We have such a good time, and you'll always see our Ozark Mountain hospitality.
I'll have a blue Christmas.
We celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. We're not ashamed to do that everywhere we go.
Peppercocker means spice cookie.
Ooh.
There's no pepper and there's no caca.
And Mid-South Viewpoint is live and on the road today from Branson, Missouri, and I'm back here in our Bot Radio Network studio with my good friend Lynn Berry. Lynn is with the Branson Chamber of Commerce. We were together on Tuesday, Lynn.
That's right,
We're
Byron.
back today, and I'm having a blast here in Branson.
Always. We are so happy that you are here, and for the most wonderful time of year.
It is the most wonderful time of the year, but really, and I have come in the springtime, I've come in the summertime, and each time I come is a great time. The folks here are so friendly. It's a great place for a family vacation.
It surely is, and we want you all, when you can, to go to explorebranson.com and see everything that we offer you in Branson.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Pastor Rick Gearing of Central Church in Memphis, and actually there in the Collierville, Tennessee area. Rick, by the way, has brought a group of senior adults here to Branson. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. Well, he did, and he posted the picture the same day they were on the bus that I was heading to Branson. So, folks from Memphis do come to Branson, and I hope our listeners in Memphis, and also, by the way, want to welcome listeners in Oklahoma, and our friends in Oklahoma City, too, are listening to the broadcast. This is a place for your family, and especially at Christmas time. And as you mentioned, Lynn, Explore Branson is a great stop.
That's right. We are also excited because we have parades coming up and we have lots of shows.
Yeah, lots of shows, and you'll find some. And what's really nice, too, is it's festive, it's fun, but it's also very inspirational because Jesus Christ is the focus of the celebration here in Branson. People aren't afraid to say, Merry Christmas, and that Jesus is the reason for the season.
That's exactly right, Byron. We are so blessed to have Merry Christmas on everyone's lips in Branson.
That's right. Well, hey, we got an action-packed show this afternoon. I'm looking forward to bringing in right now the Hughes brothers, and they have the ultimate Christmas experience happening right now. We're here with Dad, Marty Hughes, Christina Hughes, Jesse Hughes, and Jacob Hughes. We've got a whole Hughes family here, and actually, I think this might be just a fraction of the Hughes family. There's a whole lot more.
That's right.
I don't think the studio's big enough, Marty, for your whole family.
No, that's right. That's 47 on stage every day, and
wait a minute. Did you say that again? Did you say 47?
Yes, we're talking about 36 kids, from 22 all the way down to almost 2-year-olds. Well, actually, less than 2. The baby is now in the nativity scene. Mm-hmm. Every one of our babies have been in the nativity scene one year or another.
So this is really family, too.
It is all family.
All family.
Yeah.
And Marty, how long have you guys been? I know you guys have been here in Branson for a while, but just how long have you been here?
We're celebrating our 20th season in Branson now, and it's just been wonderful.
What's it like to bring your family here, and again to entertain other families that come to Branson? I mean, you get to see folks from all over the country. I know that come as you look out over your audience and you're performing, your shows. I mean, what's it like to see folks come from all over the United States here to Branson, and especially in Oklahoma and Memphis too, to see the Hughes brothers?
It is a dream come true. We can't believe we get to do this for a living.
Yeah.
And then, during the Christmas season, to get on stage and to be able to explain all the symbols of Christmas and how they point towards Christ, it's just wonderful. The first half of the show is real festive, and it's more of the secular part of Christmas and Santa Claus. And then the second part of the show, we bring Santa Claus out to explain all the symbols of Christmas and how they point towards Christ. And
wow.
It's just wonderful.
And Christina is on microphone too with us today. And Christina, this being here in Branson at Christmas time, and what's it like just when you're not on stage and you're just hanging around your family and Christmas traditions, favorite foods for you, times for Christmas?
There's so many. Honestly, it's really cool because since we get to perform together as a family, we all live relatively close to one another. We all live here in Branson, and so we all go over all of the 47 family members, and then as well as the other family members who don't perform on stage, we all get together at Grandma's house, and we actually do a Swedish Christmas because my grandma is a full-blooded Swede, and so we have things like peppercocker, which are spice cookies from Sweden. in. And we actually sell those at our show so people can kind of get a little feel of what our family's Christmas traditions are like.
Now, you didn't bring it to the station today.
We should have.
We should have.
Yeah.
They're so
Okay.
good.
Peppercocker means spice cookie.
Ooh.
There's no pepper and there's no caca. It's just really good.
And it's really good. I like
Yeah.
that. Well, I tell you what, you guys have a Christmas number you want to sing. But before we do, too, I want to remind our listeners again that you can go to HughesBrothersTheater.com and you can pre-order your tickets as you make your way here to celebrate. Now, how long will your Christmas show go through?
Our Christmas show goes all the way to New Year's, and we have a special New Year's show where it's a 3-hour extravaganza. And our Christmas show has been, it's won Best Christmas Show of the Year here in Branson for 7 years in a row.
You know, that's big because I know some shows quit early because they've got other engagements and things. They're traveling and doing other shows on the road, too. And so that's a great news, Marty. Thanks for sharing that your
bet.
show, the Hughes Brothers, is continuing. You have your own theater, too, which is
We
nice.
do, yes, out right on the strip.
Yeah. Okay, again, that web address is HughesBrothersTheater.com. And I think we're going to get, Jesse's going to jump in.
Come on,
here, too.
Jesse, come here.
And we're going to have some live music here on our Mid-South Viewpoint as we're on the road here in Branson, broadcasting to our Memphis and Mid-South listeners on AM 640 and FM 100.7, and also to our friends in Oklahoma City, I think Tulsa possibly. A special thanks to all of the folks in Oklahoma. Hope you'll come out and enjoy the Hughes Brothers here. But hey, you guys have a number. Are you ready, Jacob?
I'm so ready.
All right, let's do it.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. On our troubles will be miles away. Oh, here we are as in olden days. Happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. All will be if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Wow, have yourself a merry little Christmas from the Hughes Brothers. We've got Jacob, Jesse, and Christina Hughes singing with us. Marty, Dad was here. Thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas
Thank you
to
so
the
much.
Hughes
Thank
Brothers and the
you.
family. Thanks, Marty, so much. We appreciate you.
Merry
And,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Christina, Jesse, Jacob. Merry Christmas. Again, don't forget to go to the website, which is HughesBrothersTheater.com, and get ticket information and information. Wasn't that sweet, Miss Lynn? Did you
They
like that?
are sweet. What a wonderful family. And we do enjoy having our families entertain your family in Branson.
Yeah, and you guys are doing it nonstop. I mean, there's something going on for the families, and this next show we're going to talk about is no exception. This is a new show that came to Branson, premiered back in August of this year, and it has been traveling. It's been in Vegas. It's been in New York City. We're talking about the $1 Million Quartet, and it's at the Welk Theater. And it kind of goes back to this date on December the 4th, 1956. Matter of fact, in Memphis, Tennessee, at Sun Studios, studio. Sam Phillips was the first to record Elvis, but of course Sam, I had a chance to work for Sam Phillips for a short time in Memphis when he owned a radio station, WLVS. That was back in the day, and so I've got my own stories about Sam Phillips. But Sam, back in '56, had the Sun Studio there, but he was also helping to produce the legends like Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and we also have Jerry Lee Lewis, and of course Mr. Elvis Presley, who made his home in Memphis, Tennessee, there at Graceland. And we actually have Elvis in the studio. Elvis is in the house today. We've got Elvis, Tyler Hunter, who is Elvis in the $1 Million Quartet. Tyler, so good to have you here. Merry Christmas.
It's great to be here. Merry Christmas to you too.
Yeah, he's going to be in character. I was told that, and so I appreciate it. And Elvis, I tell you what, you go all out at Christmas time, and I know Christmas was a special time for Elvis. And if our friends in Memphis know it, if you go by Graceland, I'm sure the lights will be twinkling pretty soon. It's that blue Christmas that the lights are all over Graceland, and people like to go and tour that, and it's a great place to be.
Absolutely.
But you're bringing a special memory and a special thing. I mean, it was an incredible happening that night in 1956 when these four got together in Sun Studio.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it great. I mean, you have four huge of these music icons, legends, Carl Perkins, who wrote Blue Suede Shoes, the original Blue Suede Shoes guy, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Elvis. And, they all get together for this one-time jam session in Memphis, Tennessee, Sun Records, just hanging out, and they press record.
Yeah,
it's just magic, man. History was made right there.
It was definitely magic, and there's some great other stories behind that. Sam was actually on the brink of maybe losing it at all, and yet he still had a heart to to drive and to push and to make stars, and that's what he did. I mean, and a lot of folks didn't realize that. He got criticized a lot, but in the fact that these folks, Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash. By the way, I got to meet Johnny Cash's sister up in Nashville.
Did you?
And that's another story for another time. But and so it's pretty neat to have this show here in Branson. I mean, this is a big show, Tyler. Big show.
Well, thank you. We're all really excited to be here. I'm personally I'm from the Midwest, so it feels really good to be back here in Branson, in God's country. I'm loving it, man. I love every minute of it.
Yeah. Now, what is it like for you to be Mr. Elvis Presley? I mean, what are some of the things that went through your mind and thinking about performing and being able to take on the character of Elvis Presley?
Well, I was really excited to do it because I've been an Elvis fan for quite some time. I grew up listening to Elvis at my grandmother's house. There was an entertainer by the name of Bill Cresteel who got me my start, back in the day. And you see Elvis on TV, his movies, you see his concerts, and you hear him on the radio, but I get a chance to let the audience for a second be a fly on the wall and see what Elvis Presley was like just hanging out with his buddies and jamming, and just not Elvis the entertainer or Elvis the actor, but Elvis the human being.
Yeah. And definitely was a human side of Elvis.
Absolutely.
And, hey, you brought a guitar with you today because you're going to actually sing a Christmas song. Matter of fact, I believe it was one of Elvis's favorite Christmas songs.
The Cattle Call.
And you're going to lead us. No, it wasn't that. We know. We're talking about the Blue Christmas, and so I think you're going to lead us in that right now. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, would you like to help me sing it?
Man, I don't think you won't. I might harmonize with you some. Who knows? Not really. Sing the song for us.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas wine, but I'll have a blue Christmas.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Elvis Presley, Blue
you.
Christmas, right here on Bot Radio Network as we're live in Branson, Missouri on Mid-South Viewpoint, broadcasting to our friends in Oklahoma City and also in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, don't forget, you can go to learn more about this great show, The $1 Million Quartet. But by the way, we didn't mention, this is based on a Tony Award-winning musical, Tyler.
Yes, it is.
You know?
Yep.
So this is big for Branson. I mean, Mr. Tony Orlando was pretty excited. I remember I was there during the opening night and got a chance to talk to Tony, and he said, this is what Branson needs. It's a great show, you know, and Memphis has connections because of the Elvis and Carl. I mean, the whole Sun Studio, Sam Phillips. I want to encourage our friends to come and see the show. It's a wonderful show here in Branson, the $1 Million Quartet. Again, the website to go to, let's see, that's at the Welk Resort. That's the website, mdqbranson.com, mdqbranson.com. Get showtimes, tickets, all the information about the $1 Million Quartet. Merry Christmas, Elvis.
Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
All right. Right now, we're going to sit down. This is going to be great, Lynn. And I know you already know who our guest is. This is my first time. We're doing this live radio show, so they're just passing people into the studio.
They are.
I've never met before, but we're having a wonderful time. And if you've ever heard the name the Oak Ridge Boys, wow, what a career of scored 12 gold, 3 platinum records, 1 double platinum record in their career, plus 1 double platinum single. Dozens of national #1 hit singles, over 30 top 10 hits. My goodness, the Oak Ridge Boys, and they do a show here in Branson, Miss Lynn. You've seen their show.
They certainly do, and we love them a whole lot. And now the rest of the world is going to see them ensconced in a Hall of Fame.
Very cool thing. Probably the greatest. I can tell you the greatest thing to ever happen to the Oak Ridge Boys. This is Joe Bonzel, by the way.
I want to welcome. Hey, Joe. First of all,
Thank you.
Joe Bonzel.
When you start talking about the Hall of Fame, I get excited.
We're excited for you. Hey, Joe Bonzel, Merry Christmas. Welcome. Thank you for coming here today and being on our live show to Memphis, also to Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Tulsa.
Yes.
And we're bringing this program to celebrate what's happening in Branson for Christmas time. And the Oak Ridge Boys are part of that.
We are a small part of it, I might say. And hey, Oklahoma City, we just got booked for the Oklahoma State Fair again next year, which is very cool. Thank you, Oklahoma City, if you're listening out there. We have a lot of friends in Oklahoma. But Christmas is huge in Branson, Missouri. I mean, there's just no other city, I don't think, that celebrates Christmas like Branson. I mean, Santa comes here before Dracula. It amazes me. They're putting up Christmas decorations before Halloween in Branson. But actually, the Oak Ridge Boys do a big Christmas tour every year. This will be our 26th annual Christmas tour. We will take it to 31 cities. We'll go across the Midwest, into the Plains, up to the Pacific Northwest, down through the West Coast, back across to the Plains, and end in the Midwest and the South.
Oh, my.
And it's a huge, huge tour. And we kick it off every year here in Branson.
Yeah.
And now next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll start adding Christmas songs to the set. We've been rehearsing for a month and a half now. And then the next week, we will do 3 full production Christmas shows at the Oak Ridge Boys Theater. That would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I can't think of the date numbers. I'm sure you have them. But we'll do full production shows. And then from there, we will go out for about 3 more days in Ohio and Virginia and go home for Thanksgiving and then take off for another 20. Let's see, it's 21 to about most of the tour is then.
Wow.
So it's 31 shows in 31 cities.
My,
is what
you
we're
guys are
doing.
going to be traveling. Well, Joe, just a quick story for me. As a small child, I remember my dad was hooked on country, constant country 79 AM radio back in the day in Memphis. And he had a 65 Chevrolet Malibu that didn't have a radio in it, but he had a little portable radio that he kept in the car, tuned to that station. I remember those days we would drive around and listen to the Oak Ridge Boys. So, I'm dating myself a little bit. But
And now, what year would that have been now?
Well,
I want to see if I was there.
We were there back it had been the 70s, probably early mid 70s.
Okay, I joined in 73.
Yeah, well, that was you were.
And I'm the new guy.
Yeah,
you know,
okay. Well, you were.
I'm
there.
the new guy. I've only been here 42 years.
Wow.
But those other guys have been here a lot longer than me. They're all older and uglier than I am.
Hey, Joe, what about Christmas in Branson? You've celebrated Christmas here.
Yes.
What is it like? Why should our friends come and enjoy Christmas here in Branson?
Well, I know all I can speak of is the Oak Ridge Boys, man. I know that everybody does great Christmas shows here, and people come to town and see a lot of Christmas shows. I can speak for us and tell you that it's a family show that represents every portion of Christmas. We usually come out and do about 40 minutes of Oak Ridge Boy hits because we can't do a show without Elvira. People would revolt. And then we take a 20 and do an hour and 15-minute full production show. And we cover everything on our Christmas show, from Santa Claus to presents to romance to snow. And we have a lot of fun with that. And then we always close out our show with 5 or 6 songs that represent the true meaning of Christmas. And we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. We're not ashamed to do that everywhere we go. And despite the fact that some people in this day and age are warring against Christmas, we like to lift it up.
I like to lift it up too, Joe. Well, listen, if there's a website our friends can go to and learn more about the Oak Ridge Boys, what should they do?
They can go to oakridgeboys.com. They can find us on Twitter at Oak Ridge Boys. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Oak Ridge Boys. We have a big social network
and
presence.
You have your own personal website.
I do, josephsbonsel.com. And I write under that name, and you guys at Bott have been so good to me with my books over the
You've
years.
got children's books you've written?
I do.
Great
and
Christmas gifts, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, indeed. In fact, I've got a short story book called Christmas Miracles, 6 short stories of Christmas that I think people will enjoy, very uplifting. And my latest book, of course, is On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys. And you guys have been good to me promoting that. Thank you.
Joe Bonzo, Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the Oak Ridge Boys.
Thank you. We're having a ball. We're out there singing a lot of shows. We're glad to be in Branson. Glad that the Christmas tour will open here in Branson. And then we'll be gone until December 23rd. So it's a big tour.
We're loving it. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to
Thank
you and
you.
the
Merry
Oak Ridge
Christmas.
Boys. Well, Miss Lynn Berry, looks like our time is slipping away on this program as we bring this program to a close from Branson. It's kind of sad for me because I've loved being with you these past 2 shows on Tuesday and today also.
We've so enjoyed having you, Byron, and we, of course, want to encourage everybody in Oklahoma and down in Memphis to come and see us. Please do. We have such a good time, and you'll always see our Ozark Mountain hospitality.
Go to explorebranson.com for all the information about the shows, attractions, places to stay, arranging groups to come. Again, explorebranson.com. I've enjoyed it. Merry Christmas to all of our Memphis and Mid-South listeners, also Oklahoma listeners, Oklahoma City and Tulsa listeners, and we appreciate the opportunity to be here in Branson and bring these 2 live shows. It's been a great week here in Branson. Merry Christmas. I'm Byron Tyler for the entire Bott Radio Network. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.